There is no more picturesque stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Ballmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Gamecocks head coach before the game. He has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of him. The Bruins offense who will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, in the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
And the Bruins want to move quickly. From the gun, give on the inside. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to the run. Here's a little room there. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Bruins trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and goal, they'll throw it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So South Carolina's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip? Right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
He leaves it with the back. Hard running there. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Might as well stick with him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Got his man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Second and 10. He'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Maybe a crease. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Let's send out the kicker here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They got off to a flying start, a touchdown on that opening drive, and now an opportunity to build on this lead. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on.
He's got it on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Bruins will have it 1st and 10. The give out of the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Motion from the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And it's not sexy and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Finds his big tight end. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run play action. Smashes ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no. You're not getting this 1st down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Punts it out of the air.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The give to the right, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete on the right side. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. We want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Snapped it in the shotgun. Here's a heat. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Ready. Go. From the gun. Makes the grab. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Firing to the right, complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with Minnesota taking on the FIU Panthers. Now back over to your game inside the historic Rose Bowl. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Checking in with the South Carolina head coach coming out of the locker room. They understand all of the hype and excitement surrounding their wide receiver, and they are trying to get him the ball, but it just hasn't gone that way so far in this game. I know they want to target him here early, try to regain some of that confidence and momentum. We'll see if he can get into a rhythm with his quarterback here to start the third. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. There's some room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Quick handoff. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Finds the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. They'll try the run. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And, man, that's just something you don't want to see a lot of as a defense, man. You don't want that running back getting to the second level where your defensive backs now have to make plays. Those guys are paid to cover. And, yes, they are paid to cover wide receivers, to make sure that they don't get open, not to make tackles consistently. So the defensive line, the linebackers, got to do a better job stopping this run.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The inside handoff. Makes it past the marker. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look.
Breaks into the open. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And he showed you in 2 plays why this defense has been up late at night. Like, thinking about having to guard, he makes you defend the back end, throwing the football, but then has the ability to pull it down and chew up yards with his legs. He makes you cover the whole field, run and pass. Infuriating to deal with as a defense.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And last week was great for this young man. But man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, South Carolina! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. An 84-yard drive there, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll return it. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. A little release to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Bruins want to crank the tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Keeps it on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got his man to the left. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Gamecocks, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. The give to the single back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Whalen. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. You're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Could be an alley. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They're trying to slam it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Off the play fake on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Wide open downfield. Down inside the 35. Stopped him at the 34, and what an electrifying play.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
To the air on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. The run from the shotgun. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Bruins fight back with a score of their own.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. There he goes! Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. The give as they work on that clock. So they'll use a timeout here, one more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the single back. There's a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got some room, it was over.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. He's looking to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Inside the 40. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown Gamecocks. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
On to attempt the try. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to look.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Gamecocks offense will go to work first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He is a big play waiting to happen. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius, as good as there is, in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. You just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Gators in the hurry up. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Gators are threatening on first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They're on the left hash. He'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. They're going to ride this running back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt in the SEC.
Maybe some room here. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man, like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yards, and now really set up in a position to do a first and goal, and the defense, their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Fitted in the window for the score.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the back. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They're working that left side. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets a block, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll run it. Turning it on. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one, it's second and 11. Looking to fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Gamecocks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes the catch. It's Whalen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snags it over the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Those 3rd downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
Under fire. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that neck.
Caught. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Complete out of the backfield. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
He's looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field. You get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Makes the grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
And the Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Under fire. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd, snags it, and they pick up just a few on that completion. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, routing to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. Let's lead things off with Houston, taking on the number 3 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Cougars, looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half.
The Gamecocks will kick it away first and will start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The Gators headed quickly to the line.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Trying to set up the screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They'll run it from the gun. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. The Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. And the Gators have their offense in high gear. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. There's the pressure. Touchdown, Gators. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Wants to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Makes the grab over the middle. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's going to run it. Gets the first himself. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Back's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the upset still brewing as they answer with a score of their own.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. The Gators moving quickly to the line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense. But coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch. But advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
When you're dealing with a deficit facet like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Tackled there by the defense. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense putting points on the board. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the Florida sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. Snowed under by the defense. The Gators want to pick up the tempo. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the catch. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defense.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. That incompletion leaves him staring at a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Scrambling away. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll leave it with the lone back. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They're down to the 20, first and 10. He goes right back to the air. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football.
Beck's going for the goal line. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the Gators want to move quickly. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Steps away. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. It'll be 3rd and long. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll send the back in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Here comes the heat. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Gator! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Lining up to add another. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So a drive there of 82 yards. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. And he'll be brought down. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. He gets nothing, nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.